Hello students, welcome to Narayanpuri College online classes. In the previous episode we completed objective questions, exercise level 1 up to question number 25 completed. You see the next question number 26 onwards. The strongest reducing agent, the given 4 options are given. One is potassium, magnesium, aluminum and iron. These are given in the 4 options. They are asking strongest reducing agent. Strongest reducing agent. So you know generally metals are the strong reducing agents only, but here 3 metals are there: potassium, magnesium, aluminum, and one is non-metal is there. We can concentrate on these 3, that is potassium, magnesium and aluminum. What is the reducing agent of this potassium is potassium greater than, magnesium greater than aluminum. This is the reactivity of the metals only. Okay, which one is strongest reducing agent? The strongest reducing agent is what? Potassium. So this question we are getting from the chemical series. Okay, sodium is there, potassium, and here one code PSBC, MaZiNdL, HCHAAP. From that also you can get this answer. Clear? So what the answer will take? Potassium is the answer for this question. So this is question number 26 we have. Next question number 27. The metal oxide which decomposes on heating. Metal oxide. If you take a metal oxide, if you want to heat the compound, it decomposes to you, they undergo what here? Decomposition. So general decomposition is what you get here? Metal plus oxygen you will get. So here we have the 4 options are given. One is ZnO, HgO, Al2, O3 and CO. So which metal oxide undergo decomposition easily? That is mercuric oxide. So this mercuric oxide on heating, it is converted into Hg plus O2. If you take 2 moles of this one, 2Hg plus O2. So here it undergo decomposition is zero. So the decomposition takes place at room temperature. Decomposition of HgO takes place at room temperature. If we take the remaining oxide, what are they here? ZnO, Al2O3 and CO requires a high temperature for the decomposition of the metal oxide. So this mercuric oxide easily undergo decomposition at room temperature. So which of the metal oxide undergo decomposition on heating? That is HgO, mercuric oxide. Next question number 28. The standard reduction potentials at 25 degrees Celsius for the following half of the reactions are given against each. They given 4 reactions. Zn plus 2, A into electron, Zns, E0 is given. I'm writing the options. Okay, E0. This is E0 for Zn is given. Directly I'm writing here E0. Zn. E0 for Zn I'm writing. That is reduction potential minus 0.762 volts. E0 of chromium also given. E0 for chromium minus 0.740 and E0 of hydrogen also given here. That is 0.00 volts. And one more iron also given here. E0 for Fe given minus 0.77 volts. The question they are asking which is the strongest reducing agent. Strongest reducing agent task. So what concentrate here? If the E0 values are given, you can concentrate on this reduction potential values only. Among those which reduction potential having more negative, more the negative, more the reducing power only, that can act as a strong reducing agent. Minus 0.762, minus 0.740, 0.00, minus 0.007, which is the more negative here. Minus 0.077 is the more negative. So the strongest reducing agent is what? Iron, of course. Or you can compare with the reduction potential, or you can say the electrochemical series reactivity, or you can apply this one. So Fe will act as what? Strongest reducing agent only. In the option given Fe plus, you can take that is Fe only. So we will take option 4 for this question. Next question number 29. A red hot carbon will remove oxygen from the oxide of XO and YO, but not from ZO. Why will remove oxygen from XO? Use the evidence to deduce the order of activity of three metals X, Y, Z, putting on the most active first. We have three metals are there, X, Y, Z. X can form oxide XO, Y can form oxide YO, Z form an oxide ZO. Initially they given red hot carbon. If you take red hot carbon, a red hot carbon I am making here. Red hot carbon will remove oxygen. Red hot carbon remove oxygen from which one and which one? XO and YO. XO and YO, but not from ZO. But not from ZO. Means here red hot carbon remove oxygen from X and remove the oxygen from Y, but it does not remove oxygen from Z. Why? Means here Z is more reactive than X and YO. So from this I will write one conclusion here. Z is more reactive. Z is more reactive than what man? X and Y. Z is more reactive than X and Y. Come to the next point. Why will remove oxygen from XO? Why remove oxygen from XO? From this I write here. Y is more reactive than X. Y is more reactive than what my X. From this we can complete and this one what we get? Z is greater than, Y is greater than X only. From this you will write Z Y X. So what is the answer is given here? Z Y X. It is there in option 2. Next question, question number 30. Which of the following metals does not give the following reaction? The following reaction metal will combine with water. They give oxide or hydroxide and liberate hydrogen gas. Metal is there. Metal reaction with water, they will produce oxide, maybe metal oxide or hydroxide, and along with those they liberate hydrogen gas. They are asking which of the following metal does not give this reaction? Which of the following metal does not give this reaction? So we have options here: iron, sodium, and mercury and magnesium. So here you can observe sodium and magnesium. These are active metals. Sodium is an alkali metal and magnesium is an alkali earth metal. Alkali metals and alkali earth metal easily they will react with water. They can form. They will produce metal oxide, or generally they will produce metal hydroxides, and they liberate hydrogen gas. Sodium and magnesium. Sodium and magnesium are, sodium is what? Alkali metal. Magnesium, alkali earth metals. Alkali earth metal, they easily react with what? Water. They liberate hydrogen gas by forming hydroxides. If we take here sodium, suppose I am writing with water, it will form, suppose I am writing here NaOH, suppose I am writing the liberation of hydrogen gas. So like this magnesium also you can write, both are reaction with water. Both are reaction with water, they liberate hydroxide and oxide with the liberation of hydrogen gas. Come to the next one, iron. Iron also combined with water. Iron also combined with water. They will produce Fe3O4 and liberate hydrogen gas. But which of the following not reaction with? That is mercury. Mercury does not reaction with water. Why here? We can say the two conditions. If you see the chemical reactivity or an electrochemical series, mercury can be present in water, noble metals only. Noble metals means you can say copper, silver, mercury, gold, platinum is there. So this is a less reactive metal, or you can say less active metal. It can be present on the bottom of this electrochemical series, so it does not easily react with the water. Okay, when compared to what? When compared to alkyl metals only. Alkyl element easily derived hydrogen gas. Next we have d block element, that is comes under iron. So mercury comes under, it is a noble metal only, so it is least a reactive metal, it does not react with water. So what answer we will take? We will take mercury is the answer for question number 30. See question number 31. Which is the best reducing agent? They given all our non-metals only. F minus, Cl minus, Br minus and I minus, which is the strong reducing agent. The strong reducing agent is what? I minus. And on the non-metal is a strong reducing agent. Now question number 32. If a spoon of a copper metal placed in a solution of ferrous sulfate, what will happen? Copper will deposit precipitate out, iron will precipitate, copper and iron will precipitate, no reaction takes place. What are the spoon they are taking? Copper spoon they are taking. Copper spoon or copper metal dipped in what solution? Copper metal dipped in ferrous sulfate solution. Ferrous means FeSO4. Mainly can concentrate on this copper and ferrous sulfate. Copper symbol what here? Cu. Here iron is there. We will compare the reactivity of both copper and iron. Both copper and iron. So among those copper and iron, which is more reactive? Iron is more reactive than copper. Iron is more reactive than copper. Iron displaces copper from the copper sulfate solution, but copper does not displace what? Iron from the FeSO4 solution. You know why? Because of the more reactivity of the iron. You know metals which are above the hydrogen electrode displaces, or you can say the metal which are above the hydrogen electrode, they can displaces or they can displace the below metals. Okay, means above metal displace the below metal, but below metal does not displace what? Above metal only. If you see the copper general, what are the code we have? PSBC, MA, ZIN, TL, H, CH, EAO. Here C comes under copper, here I is what? Iron. I is what here? Okay, so we compare which is more reactive here. Iron is more reactive than the copper. So here what will happen here? Copper does not reaction with FeSO4 solution. Means what here? There is no chemical reaction takes place. No reaction takes place. Suppose you can interchange this one. What you can take here? Copper sulfate and Fe you can take. Copper sulfate. Suppose you can write here. Copper sulfate plus Fe reaction will takes place. What here? FeSO4 plus what? Cu here reaction will takes place. But here there is no reaction takes place. If you reverse the question like this is the answer. Otherwise what the answer here? There is no reaction takes place. So this is question number 32. Question number 33. Which one liberate Br2 from KBr? Which one liberate Br2 from KBr? Means what is required for us? For us we have to require this liberation of the Br2. So what they ask generally, they give an options here: Hi, I2, Cl2 and SO2. You can concentrate on these two, I2 and Cl2. What are the reactions generally? Fluorine is there, F2, Cl2, Br2 and I2. You know, fluorine displaces chlorine, displaces the bromine, displaces iodine. Chlorine displaces what? Bromine, and chlorine displaces iodine. Okay, bromine only displaces what here? Iodine. Now we can see here two options we have, I2 and Cl2. I2 does not displace Br. I2 does not displace Br. Br displaces iodine, but there is no reverse reaction. But Cl2 displaces Br. Yes. What answer will take here? Cl2 will take. So we can write here. What we can write here? KBr plus Cl2 gives rise to. We are getting KCl plus what? Br. If you take these two moles, you will get here 2 KCl. So what the answer will take? We will take the Cl2 will displace Br2 from what? KBr. So this is the reactive order of the halogens. So what answer we take? We take option 3. Next, question number 34. Using the standard electrode potentials of the values are given below, decide which of the statements 1, 2, 3, 4 are correct. Choose the right from 1, 2, 3, 4. They given reduction potential. I'll write the equation here. Fe plus 2 gain 2 electrons convert into Fe. E0 is equal to minus 0.44 volts. Cu plus 2 gain 2 electrons convert into Cu. E0 is equal to, this is plus 0.34 volts. Az plus gain 1 electron convert into Ag. E0 is equal to plus 0.80 volts. 0.8. These are the reaction potentials are given. They given 4 options here. Copper displaces iron from the FeSO4. Iron can displace copper from the copper sulfate. Silver can displace copper from the copper sulfate. Iron can displace silver from the silver nitrate. What they ask here? Among the 4 options, which are correct? First one, what they given? First one, copper displaces iron from FeSO4. Copper can displace iron from FeSO4. Iron and copper. Now we will discuss in the question number 32. Among copper and iron, which is more reactive? Iron is more reactive than copper. Here, no reaction takes place. This is for the option 1. Option 2 given. Iron can displace copper from copper sulfate. Because I told you in this same 32 question, I told the same. What you can say here? Iron, Fe, can displace copper from copper sulfate solution. So here there is no reaction, but here Fe can displace copper from copper sulfate solution. Here what happened? The reaction takes place. So possibility we have option 2, reaction takes place. Now we see third option. What is given? Third option is given. Silver can displace copper from copper sulfate solution. Silver, easy. Silver can displace copper from copper sulfate solution. So what the reactivity we can compare? We can compare the reactivity of silver and copper. Among silver and copper, which is more reactive? Copper is more reactive. Copper is more reactive than what? Silver. Copper can displace silver, but silver does not displace what? Copper. So here no reaction takes place. No reaction takes place. Now we see 4. What is given? 4 is given. Iron can displace silver from silver nitrate solution. Iron is what? Fe. Fe can displace silver, Az, from Az and OT solution. Now we can see the reactivity of both the iron and copper, for iron and silver. Among an iron and silver, which is more reactive? Iron is more reactive than what? Silver. Then what happened here? Chemical reactions what takes place. So chemical reaction takes place. Now the reaction is visible. Now you will say which is the correct answer for this one. The second answer is correct and the fourth answer is also what? Correct. So what answer you will take? You will take option 3, that in the form of 2 1 4. Okay. This is the reactivity. Otherwise you can see the relation potentials here. Iron here is there. Iron minus 0.44 here, copper 0.34 and silver is given plus 0.84. So which is strongest reducing agent among those? Iron. Iron is the strongest reducing agent. Iron displaces copper and iron displaces silver. If you apply it, you will take a long time. Otherwise, you compare the value. It is more reducing, strongest reducing agent. Iron displaces copper and iron displaces what? Silver. How? You will say this is from the order. Reactivity series order here. Copper here. And the mercury. This is the silver is there. This is where here iron is there. So iron is more reactive. Copper not silver. Iron can displace copper from its solution and iron can displace silver from its solution. So what answer will take? Option 3 is the right answer for this question number 34. See next question 35. The standard addition potential values of A, B, C are given 0.68, minus 2.50, 0.50 volts respectively. The order of the reducing power. Order of the reducing power. Reducing power mainly based on what? This reduction potentials only. More the negative, more is the reduction potential. So here you can see the values are given 0.68, 0.68 minus 2.50 and 0.50 volts. So this is A and this is B and this is C. So we see the reducing power they are asking. Generally reducing power, that is the reduction potentials generally in the form of negative values. So more the negative, more the reducing power. So first what will comes under here? B. B after you can see the values comparing with C and A. So which is least C? C greater than A. That question is. Question number 36. Zinc cannot displace from ions from their solutions. Zinc is there. Zinc cannot displace. Options are given here. Az plus, Cu plus 2, Fe plus 2, E and A plus. What are the code I told already here? That is PSBC, MAZINPLH, CHAAP. I am taking here. P means potassium, S means what here? Sodium. This is sodium only. Next we have copper is there. This is the copper. I means iron. Z means zinc. 4 is there. Sodium is there. This is sodium. And zinc, iron, and copper. Now we see which one is more reactive. They are asking here. Zinc cannot displace. Zinc can displace what here? Iron and copper, but it cannot displace what? Sodium. So direct answer, what is the answer here? It cannot displace what? Na plus ions from the solution because this Na is more reactive than what? Zinc. What answer will take? We'll take option 4 for this question. 37. We'll see when a piece of sodium metal can be dropped in a water, a reaction takes place to yield hydrogen because sodium metal can be dropped in water. Sodium metal dropped in water. What happened here? Generally, sodium metal can be dropped in water. There is a chance to what here? Sodium loss electrons. So sodium all loss electrons here. Na loss electrons will form Na plus and 1 electron off. Generally, what is sodium nature? Sodium is the strongest reducing agent of strong reducing agent. It oxidizes. It oxidizes H plus ions into what? H2 gas. Here one electron is lost. The electron is gained by H plus and converted into what? H2 gas only. What happened here? Sodium lost electrons only. Under what here? Oxidation. It can act as a reducing agent. It oxidizes this H plus ions into what here? H2. So what answer will take? We will take option 1. That is sodium lost electrons. Next question number 38. The reduction potentials of values are given. Direct question is like question number 35. Aluminium minus 1.67, magnesium minus 2.34, copper plus 0.34, I minus plus 0.53 volts, which is a strong reducing agent. Now, more the negative, more is a strong reducing agent. Among those more negative is magnesium. Answer will take Mg. Next, question number 39. From the values are given below. Aluminium minus 1.67, magnesium minus 2.34, copper 0.34, iron plus 0.53, strongest oxidizing agent. More the negative, more is the strong, more the reducing nature, and more the positive. Can say it is the positive means that it acts as what? Oxidizing agent. Aluminium negative, that is negative value, magnesium negative value, copper is positive, and iron positive. Among those, iron and copper, which is more value, that is 0.53. So 0.53 means comes under what? Iodine. So iodine can act as a best oxidizing agent. Suppose they ask the best reducing agent. What is your answer? Your answer is magnesium. Next question number 40. The standard reduction electrode potentials of the four elements are given. A, B, C, D minus 0.35, 1.66, minus 0.40 and 0.80 volts. So the highest chemical activity shown by highest chemical activity means what? Highest reactive, that is A only, because the A value minus 3.05, it is more reactive. So what answer will take? We will take option A because it is more negative, more the reducing power. The reactivity of the metal is what? More. Next question number 41. The standard reduction potentials of 25 degrees Celsius lithium, barium, sodium, magnesium. Lithium is minus 3.05. Barium is minus 2.73, sodium minus 2.71, magnesium minus 2.37 respectively. Which of the following is strongest oxidizing agent? Strongest oxidizing agent. Minus 3. I will write the values here. Question number 41. What are the values are given? Minus 3.05, minus 2.73, minus 2.71, minus 2.37. So this is for lithium. This is N line plus L line. Lithium after the given barium, Ba plus 2, Ba. Next Na plus Na. Na plus Na, and here Mg plus 2 Mg. They are asking strongest oxidizing agent. Strongest oxidizing agent. So strongest oxidizing amount, which is the least value? Minus 3.05, minus 2.73, minus 2.71, minus 2.37. This is the least value or not? So it can act as what? Strongest oxidizing. Reducing agent means lithium. Oxidizing agent, magnesium. So we take Mg plus 2. Next 43. The standard reduction potentials of the metallic cations XYZ. XYZ. See, all these questions we discussed in the class itself. XYZ 0.52, minus 3.03, minus 1.18. They are asking the order of the reducing power. Order of reducing power, I will write here Y greater than Z greater than X. Y greater than Z greater than X. More than negative, more than reducing power, we can apply the concept. Next question number 44. 44. A gas at gas capital X at 1 atmosphere is bubbled through a solution containing a mixture of 1 My minus and 1 Mz minus at 25 degrees Celsius. If the reduction potentials of Z is greater than Y and Y greater than X, then they given 4 options. What are the mixture is there? The mixture contains 1 molar My minus and 1 molar Mz minus. They give a reduction potentials, reducing power, reduction potential of X, Z greater than Y, Y greater than X. Now the option they are asking, first option you can see, Y will oxidize X, not Z only. You see the reactivity Z is greater than Y is greater than X. Y will oxidize the X, but Y does not oxidize what? Z. Yes, Y oxidizes X, but Y does not oxidize Z. That is one option. That is the right option. Next, Y will oxidize Z, not X. Y will oxidize Z. Y does not oxidize Z. Y will oxidize what? X. Third option is C. Y will oxidize both X and Z. Y will oxidize only X, not Z, but they given both. That is also wrong answer. Next, Y reduction. Y will reduce both X and Z. Does not reduce. So, what is your answer? Y will oxidize X, not Z. You have to take option 1 for this question. Next, question number 45. E naught for the half cell Zn plus 2 Zn is minus 0.76. The EMF of the cell they asking, they given E naught of Zn plus 2 Zn is equal to minus 0.76. They asking EMF of the cell, means you can find out E naught cell on. They given cell reaction Zn plus 2 1 molar salt bridge 2H plus. The concentration of this H plus is 1 molar and H2 1 atmosphere, right? Platinum also. So they are asking what E naught cell or EMF of the cell on. EMF of the cell is equal to E naught cathode minus E naught anode. E naught cathode minus E naught anode. So this is access anode. This is access cathode. So this is E naught of cathode means it is a standard hydrogen electrode reformation. So standard hydrogen electrode, what is the E naught cell value? That is 0 ohm. So I will get E naught of H plus H2 minus this is E naught of Zn plus 2. Zn will write. This is 0 minus of minus 0.76. You will get that this is plus 0.76. This is EMF of cell. The same problem we discussed in the standard hydrogen electrode. They can use it as a cathode and they can use it as an anode by taking zinc and zinc sulfate and by taking copper and copper sulfate discussed. But they give it in the form of one question. So what is your answer? 0. Plus 0.76 volt is the answer for question number 45. Next exercise level 2, question 1. Which of the following metals could not be obtained by electrolysis of aqueous solution from its source? Electrolysis. This is electrolysis of aqueous solutions. Already we discussed products formed during electrolysis. We are comparing the reduction potentials and oxidation potential. If you are metal you are taking, you have to compare the reduction potentials. The options are here: silver, mercury, copper, and chromium. Among those, which is more reactive metal, silver, copper, chromium, magnesium is more reactive metal. So, magnesium reduction potential of magnesium is greater than silver, copper, silver, and chromium. So, reduction potential of magnesium is greater than the remaining element. So, if we take aqueous solution, of magnesium salt, suppose here Mg plus ions are there. If you take aqueous solution along with this one, what ions are there? We have H plus ions are there and OH minus ions also there. What is the reduction potential of this magnesium? Magnesium reduction potential is minus 0.83 volts. Minus 0.83 volts. If you want to do the electrolysis, magnesium cannot be deposited at cathode only. Why here? If you compare this Mg plus 2 and H plus 2 cations are there. Already told you here, reduction potential of water is greater than reduction potential of alkali metals and alkali earth metals. Then what happened? Metal does not undergo reduction. What will undergo reduction? H plus undergo reduction. They will produce what gas? They will produce hydrogen gas. Okay, if they write the combination between Mg plus 1 H plus and which undergo reduction means this H plus ion reduction will form what here? H2 gas. So if you take the metals like chromium, no copper, silver you are making. So these metal reduction potential is less than the greater than the water volume. So what happened here? These metal can be deposited at the cathode. So during electrolysis of aqueous solution, magnesium cannot be obtained from the electrolysis of aqueous solution of its solid. So what is your answer? Your answer is magnesium. Next question number 2. Which of the following solution conduct electric current quite well? Glycerol, HCl, sugar and the pure water. Glycerol is alcohol. Alcohol is not conduct easily. HCl is an acid. Acid can be dissociated into HCl dissociated into H plus and Cl minus. It can easily dissociate the ions. So it will act as a good conductor of electricity. So what is your answer? Your answer is HCl. Next. Question number 3. On electrolysis of aqueous solution of sodium sulfate, on cathode we get electrolysis of aqueous solution of sodium sulfate Na2SO4. The sodium sulfate dissociate to give 2Na plus and SO4 minus 2. If we take an aqueous solution, the aqueous solution contains H plus and OH minus ions. H plus and OH minus ions. We are comparing these two, and we are comparing these two also. If we comparing these two, Na plus and H plus, reduction potential of H plus is greater than reduction potential of alkali metals and alkali metal. Then what happened here? There is a liberation of hydrogen gas takes place at liberation of takes place at what? Cathode. So what the gas we are getting? H2 gas. If we are comparing this SO4 minus 2 and OH minus, oxidation potential of water is greater than oxidation potential of SO4 minus 2. Water undergo oxidation. SO4 minus 2 does not undergo oxidation. In this case, what the gas is liberated? O2 liberated at anode. They asked me this question cathode. So cathode, what is the answer? The electrolysis of aqueous solution of sodium sulfate. On cathode we get hydrogen gas. On cathode what gas we get? Hydrogen gas. Let us see one more question based on the same question only. Question number 11 you will see. A solution of sodium sulfate in water is electrolyzed by using inert electrodes. The products are formed at cathode and anode. Same question. Na2SO4 given. The asking products formed at cathode and anode. Same concept. Cathode is what? H2 gas. Anode is what? O2 gas. What answer you will take? You will take option 1 for this question. So question number what the question number 3 covered and question number 11 also covered. See the next question. Question number 4. Question number 4. Which of the following electrolysis involves oxidation and reduction respectively? Electrolysis can be carried out in an electrolytic cell. I will write a draw that's electrolytic cell here. Electrolytic cell, how the electrolytic cell is there? Electrolytic cell, you have to get the two electrodes, two are connected by external circuit, I will say the battery, and this is a cathode, and here we have anode is there. Anode is a positive, here cathode is what? Negative only. So if you take any electrolytic solution, suppose I am taking an AB electrolyte, A will dissociate into A plus and B minus. Here A plus ions are there and here B minus ions are there. B minus ions move towards anode and A plus ions move towards cathode. Cations are moved towards the cathode and anions are moved towards the anode. Okay, if you take generally the question asked here, electrolysis of oxidation and reduction occurs at, if you take an anode, so generally anode what takes place? Generally anode oxidation takes place. If you take cathode reduction takes place. Why here the metal can be deposited at cathode? At cathode, suppose you are taking B minus, or if you take A plus is there. Okay, I will write this one. A plus is there. A plus gain one electron converted into E. This is the deposition of the metal. A can be deposited cathode. So cathode is gain of electrons. What are we calling? This is a reduction. Now we are taking here B minus is there. A plus and what? B minus is there. So B minus generally, how the B minus is formed here? Generally B converted into B gain one electron is converted into what here? B minus. So generally I write oxidation takes place at what? Reduction takes place at what? Cathode, and oxidation means what here? Loss of electrons. If we take here suppose B minus is there. Okay, suppose I am taking instead of this A plus and B minus I am taking here. Suppose NaCl, molten NaCl I am taking here, Na plus and Cl minus. So here Na plus gain one electron converted into Na. Gain of electrons we are calling is what? Reduction of it. Here Cl minus is there. Cl minus converted into Cl2. Okay, if you take this one 2Cl minus converted to Cl2 by loss of what here? 2 electron. This is what? Oxidation of. If we take here A plus, suppose I am A plus I am taking here Na plus, B plus, suppose I am taking here Cl minus. Cl minus under the what? Oxidation. Oxidation takes place at what? Anode. Reduction takes place at cathode. What answer will take? We will take option 1 for this question. Now we will see question number 5. Which of the following compounds will not undergo decomposition or passing electricity through the aqueous solution? Does not undergo decomposition. Sugar and sodium chloride, sodium bromide and sodium acetate. Sugar is a non-electrolyte. Non-electrolyte means it does not dissociate into any ions by passage of electricity. Okay, you discussed already electrolyte and non-electrolyte. So electrolyte means that compounds undergo dissociation by passage of electricity. And non-electrolyte means it does not undergo any dissociation by passing of electricity, because this sugar is a non-electrolyte. It does not dissociate into ions when it is passed with electricity. What answer will take? We will take sugar is the answer for question number 5. Next, question number 6. During electrolysis of an electrolyte, the number of ions produced is directly proportional to number of ions directly proportional to how? Number of ions directly proportional to quantity of electricity passed through the solution according to Faraday first law. What it says, the amount of the metal can be deposited during electrolysis directly proportional to quantity of electricity can be passed through the solution. We will take option 3 for this question. Question number 7 is, when the sample of copper with zinc impurity is purified by electrolysis, the appropriate electrodes can be used. Copper with zinc impurity. Pure metal is copper. Copper having some impurity. How can you purify this metal? This is one of the purification technique. So we will take this question number 7. We will draw a diagram here. Electrolyte cell. We have 2 electrodes are there. One is cathode and one is anode. These 2 electrodes are connected by the battery. This is negative. This is a cathode. Cathode negative. This is anode. Anode is positive. Here electrolyte solution. Now the question is what? The question is here about battery and plus minus. The question is here, copper having the impurity. Copper having what? Zinc impurity. Copper contains zinc as impurity. Now the question is asking here, how will we purify this compound? How will you purify this one? So if you want to do this type of purifications, we have an impurity. Generally, pure metal can be taken as a cathode. Pure metal can be taken as a cathode. So copper is a pure metal, zinc is what? Impurity. So this is the pure metal. This is the pure metal. So pure metal, what I take here? Copper we are taking. Copper can be used as what here? Copper can be used as cathode. And what are the impurity here? What are the impurity? Impurity is what here? Zinc only. So this impure electrode can be taken as what? Impure electrode is what here? Zinc can be used as a impure one. That we are taking as what? So how will purify means? These are the purification techniques. We can remove the impurities by using the pure form of the metal. If you want to do the electrolysis, then what happened here? Here copper metal can be deposited on the pure form of the copper. Pure form of the copper. So this is what zinc is impure. Now what is the question? Which one acts as the anode or which one is the cathode? Cathode, what anode? Cathode is a pure copper. And what is anode here? Impure impure sample is there. What is impure sample here? Impure sample is composed of what here? This is copper and this is impure sample. I mean, that impure sample you are taking as an anode and pure sample that is cathode you are taking as a pure sample copper can be taken as a cathode. What answer you will take? Pure copper is a cathode and impure anode is impure sample is what? Anode. So what answer you will take? You will take option 4 for this question. This is question number 7. Next question number 8. In electrolytic cell, flow of electrons from takes place anode to cathode through internal supply. If you want to draw this electrolytic cell again, so these are the two electrodes we have connected with the battery. This is plus, minus, this is anode and cathode. Anode and what cathode is there. Now the question they ask here, our terminals are like here, positive terminal and negative terminal is there. The question they ask here, in electrolytic cell the flow of electron takes place from flow of electron generally anode what happen here, cathode reduction takes place, anode oxidation takes place. Oxidation means what? Loss of electrons. And where the loss of electron takes place, at anode loss of electron takes place, this electron can move through to what your external supply and into what? Cathode. Anode to cathode. So anode to cathode through internal supply. Through internal supply, that is the battery we have internal supply. So what answer you will take? Anode to cathode through internal supply. Cathode to another solution, that is not directly connected to the solution. Second option, cathode to anode through external family. Cathode to anode, no possibility. And cathode to anode to internal, there is no internal supply, we have only external. Okay. And cathode to anode, there is no possibility, only anode to cathode possibility is there. Next question number 9. An electric current is passed through the aqueous solution of the following. Which one shall decompose? Which one shall decompose? First one is given urea, glucose, AgNO3, ethyl alcohol. AgNO3 dissociate easily, gives Ag plus and NO3 minus. These three compounds not comes under electrolytes. These are non-electrolytes only. They does not undergo dissociation easily. What are these? These are non-electrolytes. So this is a strong electrolyte. It undergo dissociation easily. What answer you take? You take AgNO3 is the answer for question number 9. Question number 10. The electric conduction of the salt in water depends on electric conduction. The salt you are taking here. Electric conduction, suppose here water is there, we are supplying some electricity. Here what happened here, the water can be dissociated into ions. How the water can be salt solution is there. Suppose I am taking NaCl. NaCl dissociated into Na plus and what? Cl minus. If the extent of ionization is more, they can easily dissociate into ions. Then only the conductivity of the solution is what? Increases. If it is not dissociated into ions, there is no increase in the conduction. What they ask here? The electric conduction of a salt solution in water depends mainly on electric conduction of a salt in water mainly depends on extent of ionization. Suppose you can take any weak electrolyte, like suppose I am taking urea and NaCl. Among urea and NaCl, which one having electric conductivity is more? NaCl is more because NaCl undergo dissociation. It will form Na plus and Cl minus, but urea does not undergo any dissociation. Like this we compare. More the ionization and more the extent of ionization, more is the electrical conductivity. We can compare with strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte. Suppose I am giving NaCl strong electrolyte. Suppose I am taking a CH3COOA. This is a weak electrolyte. So this weak electrolyte does not undergo complete ionization. So extent of ionization is less. Okay, we are comparing with strong and weak electrolyte like this. So what answer you will take? You will take option 4 for question number 10. Next question number 11 already completed. And we will see next question number 12. On electrolyzing a solution of a dihydrogen between platinum electrodes, the gas or what? This question is already discussed in the electrolysis concept. What are the question they ask here? Dilute H2SO4. And dilute H2SO4 is there. So H2SO4 dissociate to give, this 2H plus and SO4 minus 2. If you are adding a water here, a water in the form, what is there here? H plus and OH minus ions are there. So generally water reduction potential is more. So what is liberated here? It liberates H2 gas. We are comparing this oxidation potential of water with SO4 minus 2. Oxidation potential of water is more than oxidation potential of SO4 2 minus. So what gets liberated here? H2. This is takes place at cathode. It is takes place at what? Anode. So what are the gases are about? The gases are about H2 and O2. They are asking an anode. And what gas is liberated? O2 gas is liberated. So your answer is 3. Question number 13 we will see. The addition of a polar solvent to a solid electrolyte results. Polar solvent to solid. Polar solvent to a solid electrolyte. We have one solid electrolyte is there. What are we adding? We are adding a solvent. Then what happened here? You know, polar solvent is a solvent, polar solvent. Whenever we can take the solid molecule, that solid molecule can be dissolve in what? Polar solvent. Then what they are asking? What will happen here? Polarization, association, and ionization. This polar solid molecule is there. This solid molecule split into what by here? Ions. Split into ions. So split into ions, what is the concept? The concept is what here? Ionization. So we will take option 3 for this question. Next question number 14. If the current is passed through into a solution of electrolyte, we are passing electricity through the solution of an electrolyte. They want to ask here how the movement of ions will be takes place. Mainly we can concentrate on this electrolyte solution. Electrolyte itself we will take. So in this electrolyte itself already we have discussed anode is there, cathode is there. Both are connected through a battery. Here plus is there and minus. This we have cathode. This is anode, we have positive charge. Now we will see the movement of ions. So movement of ions, generally what we have? Suppose I am taking Na plus and Cl minus. The Na plus is the cation and Cl minus is what? Anion. In this solution we have what ions are there? Na plus ions are there, and one more we have Cl minus ions also there. I will write separate here. Na plus Cl minus. So cations are moved towards what here? Cations are moved towards cathode. Anions are moved towards what? Anode. In electrolyte itself. Potential will take anions are moved towards anode. Cations are moved towards cathode. We will take option 1 for this question. Question number 15. Units of Faraday. What is the units of Faraday? Coulomb per mole. Direct question on this. This is Coulomb per mole. Question number 16. On passing 0.1 Farad of electricity through a aluminum chloride, the amount of aluminum can be deposited at the cathode. The question is related to Faraday's first law of electrolysis. They are taking aluminum chloride solution, AlCl3. Aluminum chloride solution dissociate Al plus 3 and 3Cl minus. Here Al plus 3 or Al converted into Al plus 3 by loss of 3 electrons. By loss of 3 electrons. How much charge is required here? The charge is required how much here? 3 farads. How much charge is required here? 3 farads. Directly you can do, otherwise you can apply the formula also. So I will write here 27 grams of aluminum is the weight of aluminum. 27 grams of aluminum require how many farads of electricity? 3 farads of electricity. So here how much they are passing? They are passing 0.1 farad electricity they are passing. Now they are asking how much amount of aluminum can be deposited. Now you see here x into Pf is equal to this is 0.1f, that is 27 into this is 0.1f. So x is equal to 27 into 0.1f by 3f. F cancel here. Here 3 9 times cancel. So what do we get here? 0.9. How much amount of the aluminum deposited? The deposition of aluminum metal is 0.9 grams. See the next question. Direct question. Which of the following represent Faraday's first law of electrolysis statement asked? Direct question is M is equal to E into C, or you can say M is equal to E into C given. They given M is equal to E into C into T. You can write like this. M is equal to this is E. C into C is what current. I into time. I can write M is equal to Z into I into T. So we'll take option 3 for this question. Question number 18. This is also Faraday first law. 5 ampere of current is passed through a solution of zinc sulfate for 40 minutes. Find the amount of zinc can be deposited at cathode. The previous question that 16 I did directly. Otherwise you can apply the formula also. Here also I am doing with the direct method. You can apply the formula. Zinc sulfate. Zinc sulfate formula Zn dissociate review Zn2 plus and SO4 2 minus. So here Zn plus 2 gain 2 electrons it deposited zinc. So what is the mass of atomic weight of zinc? 65 grams. 65 grams of zinc deposited by taking how many electrons? 2 electrons, in the sense 2 farads. To deposit 65 grams of the zinc, how much charge is required? 2 farads of the charge is required. 2 farads of the charge is required. I wrote that one. So here current is given. Current I is given 5 ampere and time is given 40 minutes. 40 minutes in the sense you can convert them into seconds. How much you get here? $24.0. This is the time. So generally what is the formula we have? Q is equal to I into T. Q is equal to I into T. So what are I having here? This is 5. This is 2400. So this is 0 and 0. 5 4 are 20. This is 2 and this is 10 and 12. This is 12,000 euro. Now what is the charge we have? 12,000 coulomb charge is there. Now we'll write here 65 grams of zinc can be deposited by 2 farads. I will write here 2 into 96500 coulombs. Here how much charge we have? This is 12,000 coulombs of the charge. Suppose you are taking how much of the copper can deposited. So X is equal to this is 65 into this is 12,000 by this is 2 into 96500 and 0 is cancel here. So here 2 is there, here how many times cancel? 60 times it cancel. So X equal to 65 into 60 by 965. So we get here 65 into 60 by this is 965. We will get 4.04 grams. This is the direct method. Okay, now otherwise what is the formula we have? We have one formula is there. W is equal to what you can say here weight into I into T by n factor into 96500. So weight of the substance deposited. What is the atomic weight of the zinc? You write this atomic weight. Atomic weight of zinc is 65. Current is how much? 5 ampere. Time is 4 minutes. 40 minutes. 40 minutes in the sense 40 into 60. By what is the n factor here? How many electrons change is there? 2 electron change is there. So n factor is 2 into this is 96500. If you do the calculation, you will get 4.2. Whichever the method is used, you can use. These are the 2 methods. So what answer will take? 4.065 the answer. Question number 19. Question number 19 already we discussed in exercise level 1. This same model question we discussed is question number 12 in exercise level 1. We discussed the same question also. An electroplating of an experiment, m grams of the silver is deposited when 4 amperes of the current can be flows for 2 minutes. M grams of metal deposited by passing 4 ampere current in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. Next step, in the second, the amount of silver can be deposited. Okay, here there is no deposition of the silver. By passing how much current? By passing a 6 ampere current in 40 seconds. Each second is equal. Now you see here current is in ampere, but here 9 seconds, here what? Minutes. This one you can convert it in minutes. Then what you get here? This 2 into 60 seconds. So already we discussed yesterday, that is W1 by W2 is equal to Q1 by Q2, that is equal to I into T by I into T. Of the first one, this is we will take a second one. So what is the W1? M grams of silver are deposited by, I am taking this as W2, that is equal to I 4 into time, this is 2 into 60 by this is second one 6 ampere time is there and here 6 ampere current and the time is what 40 seconds. Here 0 0 cancel, here 4 and 4 cancel and here 6 and 6 cancel. So M is equal to W2 by is equal to 2. That you are writing here M by 2 is equal to W. So how much of mass of silver deposited by passing 6 ampere currents in 40 seconds? M by 2 grams of the silver can be deposited. So what is your answer? Option 2. See the next question 20. On passing a 3 ampere electricity of 50 minutes, 1.8 grams of the metal deposited, the equivalent weight of the metal. This question is the concept of Faraday law of first law of electrolysis. I already wrote that formula. Here W is equal to equivalent weight into I into T by 96500. They ask the equivalent weight of the metal. They give a current 3 amperes, time given 50 minutes, that is 50 into 60, and weight of the metal deposit that is given 1.8 grams. From this they ask you to find out the equivalent weight. What is the weight of metal deposited? 1.8. That is equal to equivalent weight into I current 3 into time 50 into 60 by 96500. So equivalent weight is equal to 1.8 into 96500 by this is 3 into 50 into 60. Here 0 0 cancel, here 0 0 cancel, here we cancel here 0.6 times. So equivalent weight is equal to this is 0.6 into this is 965 by 5 into 6. So you will get it equivalent weight 19.3. So this is question number 20. Question number 21. The desired amount of the charge is obtained for 1 mole of Al plus B. 1 mole of Al from Al plus B. They are asking charge 1 mole of Al from Al plus B. So Al plus B is given. Al plus B convert into Al. How much charge is required? They are asking. So Al plus B gain 3 electrons. Aluminum is deposited. 3 electrons in the sense 3 farads. So how much charge is required here? 3 farads. That you write here 3 into 96500 coulombs. What answer will take? We will take option 1 for question number 21. Next question number 22. On passing 1 farad of electricity through electrolytic solution containing Ag plus Na plus 2 Cr plus 3 ions, the weight of the metal deposited silver, nickel and chromium. So same question already we discussed in yesterday level 1. This is level 1 16 question. Same question only. Option 1 the answer. Next 23. 1 farad of electricity can be passed through the copper sulfate solution. It deposits. 1 farad of electricity can be passed through copper sulfate solution deposits. Copper sulfate solution we have. Copper sulfate is what is deposited here? Copper is deposited. They are sending how much here? 1 farad of electricity they are sending. How much copper deposited means 1 farad can deposit 1 gram equivalent weight of the copper. 1 gram equivalent weight of copper. If you are sending 1 farad, 1 gram equivalent weight of the metal is deposited. Question number 24. Which of the following is a poor conductor of electricity? Poor conductor of electricity means it does not undergo any dissociation. Which one is this? Does not undergo dissociation? Sodium acetate undergo dissociation because it is a weak salt undergo dissociation. It gives CH3COO minus and Na plus ions. C2H5OH alcohol, it does not undergo any dissociation in the solution. So your answer is C2H5OH. Next option is given NaCl salt, Na plus Cl minus. KOH, K plus OH minus. But alcohol does not easily undergo what? Dissociation. It is a bad conductor of electricity. What answer will take? You will take option 2 for this question number 24. 24 will take option 2. Question number 25. The molar conductivity is the maximum for the solution of a concentration. Molar conductivity. They are asking molar conductivity maximum for what are the solutions. Molar conductivity you can compare with the concentration, or you can say the dilution. Generally dilution increases, molar conductivity increases. This is already discussed in limiting molar conductivity, equivalent conductivity concepts and all. So maximum they ask more. If you take molar conductivity, the formula we have molar conductivity is equal to K into 1000 by molarity. K into 1000 by molarity. Molarity in the sense, molarity means okay right here. M is equal to, you will write concentration. What do you write ma? Concentration. What is the relation between molar conductivity and molarity they given here? Molar conductivity, molar conductivity and equivalent conductivity. Molar conductivity, you will write here. Capital right here. Molar conductivity inversely proportional to what? Molarity. So they are asking when the molar conductivity maximum. Molar conductivity is maximum means here both are inversely proportional. Here what here? Molar conductivity increases, general concentration is what? Decreases only. If the concentration increases, molar conductivity what here? Decreases only. Okay, so least concentration is there, that is having highest molar conductivity. So what is the least concentration? The given 0.001, 0.005, 0.002, 0.004. So which one having least concentration? The least concentration is what? 0.01, 001. So 0.001 having what? Highest molar conductivity. Or can compare the dilution. Okay, or if you write what the one more concept here upon dilution. Upon dilution, concentration of the solution decreases. Concentration of the solution decreases generally. Molar conductivity and equivalent conductivity is what? Increases. Already discussed this concept. You can apply this one also. Concentration decreases. Upon dilution, concentration decreases. Concentration decrease means what here? Conductance is what increases, then thereby molar conductivity and what equivalent conductivity increases. So what answer will take? We will take option 1 for this question.